Good evening. Welcome again to the International Great Black Read Aloud Day. Yes, we are starting a bit later again today, not by plan, but simply by other things that have happened today in the work world. So today it is day two, and today is wellness. And so we are going to read aloud from a recent release, and it is the Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health. Navigate an unequal system, learn tools for emotional wellness, and get the help you deserve. And so I like to show you the cover. I'm actually reading on my tablet tonight. And it is by Dr. Rheeda Walker, with a foreword by Naeem Akbar, Dr. Naeem Akbar. And so today, again, is wellness, and you're watching the International Great Black Read Aloud Day. And we are reading every day, all month long, because we want to give voice to words written by Black people all around the world. And so today is wellness, and I am glad you have joined us. And my name is LD Robinson. I'm the founder of the International Great Black Read Aloud Day, and I believe very strongly that literacy is something that we must protect. And so, in partnership with Fresh Book Festival, which has been founded by Donna M. Gray Banks, we believe that giving voice to words written by Black people helps to protect the legacy of literacy. And so, I am reading again from the Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health by Dr. Rheeda Walker. I'm going to read a portion from chapter 1, which is rather gripping, if I must say. Chapter 1, the psychological crisis is real. Let's fight for our sanity together. Do you tell yourself, like so many of us do, that Black people don't have time to feel anxious or get depressed? We have too much work to do. We have too many situations to manage at our children's schools, too many coworkers daring us to succeed, too much family drama. It takes everything in you to keep life going. The very effort to deal with your daughter, son, coworkers, supervisor, husband, lack of husband, or drama with friends leaves your emotional tank on empty. But you keep going because that's what we do. Instead of paying attention to your feelings of anxiety or depression or the signs of distress, you press forward. You remind yourself that Black people persevere. Even in the midst of a society of racial terrorism, you continue on using your ancestral gifts. Perhaps you have Maya Angelou's poem, Still I Rise, memorized to remind you of the reality that Black people have been despised, in part because we seem to thrive no matter what. We tap into something special that has been cultivated for generations. When our ancestors struggled to live to the next day, endure inhumane treatment, and maybe, just maybe, be themselves without consequences, there was no time for emotional problems. After all, the book of Psalms says that crying endures for a night. Whether joy comes in the morning or not, it will be time to move on. Evelyn, a grandmother who helps her adult daughter raise her kids as a single mother, recently described to me how overwhelmed her daughter is by her life. Evelyn remarked that she didn't recall struggling so much as a young mother because, quote, we just push through, you know what I mean? I nodded, having heard this generational conversation often, especially in my own family. But then I encountered a statistic that sounded an emergency alarm for me. Some things for Black people have changed. The consequence of our lost identity. Our cultural story as a people who endure is why I never imagined that Black people would become more at risk for suicide than white people. But then, in 2016, studies indicated that the suicide rate among 5 to 11-year-old African American / Black children had exceeded that of their same age European American white peers. One, While suicide rates in fact decline for white children, they increase for black children. This in itself implies an epidemic in black mental health. As a researcher, I know the statistics can change, and I hope that this one would. But in 2018, experts who track causes of death found the same pattern continuing. Suicide for black children is increasing. This is when I knew I needed to sound an alarm. While the alarm is for the broader community, I intentionally address black women as the unyielding thread and vibrant energy that hold the culture together. I am not a child psychologist and cannot articulate what could be going on. Hold on, I just had my tablet decided it would act up. So let me go back in and we will see what we get. Sorry about that. Oh, I got plenty of juice. Let's go back to our spot. How about that? I hope you all have had a wonderful day. I work in tech, so I know that things are man made and sometimes they just don't operate the way that we think they should. And this tablet seems to be the Fritz, it looks like. All right. Well, let's see. And I started to bring my other telephone with me. So, what I'm going to do is have my uh, trusty helper bring me my other telephone, bring me my phone, and I will see what I can get. Here we are reading from the Unapologetic Guide to Black Health, and I will be right back because I just had a tablet failure that I wasn't expecting. So I'll be right back. Bye-bye.